Everybody, and welcome to another Sunday afternoon cook along. Today we're going to be making a shepherd's pie with hidden vegetables. Now this is not a recipe that you're going to find on Cookie Do. This is a recipe from the wonderful Nicolene Riddle of Skinny Mixes fame. So because this is a Skinny Mixes recipe, when I do my my monthly newsletter, I won't be including this recipe. That's a copyright issue. I do not want to be stealing from anyone. This is how Nicolene makes her money. I will put the name of the recipe in my cook along, in my newsletter, so you can Google it and find it. Her recipes are fantastic. She does provide some of them for free, which I think is pretty cool. And some of them you need to buy the recipe book for to get all the info from, and that's okay. So this is Nicolene's shepherd's pie with hidden veg. Because it's not a Cookie Do recipe, it will all be done using manual cooking today. So that is a little bit slower than just using the normal guided cooking. So let's get started. I'm going to press the blades down the side of the screen. Oops, and I'm just going to knock something over. And then we'll go onto manual cooking. And there we go. So here I am just putting in, oh, excuse me, some onion and garlic into the bowl. And remember, you don't have to stick slavishly to any recipe, and I always add a bit more garlic than what recipe says because, I am a member of the No Such Thing as Too Much Garlic Club. Hello, Linda. How are you? Thank you for joining me. Who else is here today? Say hello so I know. So we're going to do this for 3 seconds on speed 6. So we go to seconds and we'll just press 1, 2, 3. And then over here, we'll just select speed 6. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? 6, there we go. 3 seconds, and that's all chopped up. It's great. And you can hear the sound when it is chopped up. It's not chopping so much. So, if you're new and you don't have a Thermomix, that sort of 3-second chop will do in a Thermomix. I think it's amazing. I love it. So I'm just going to scrape down the sides of the bowl because into this I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil, and we will just saute that here in the Thermomix. Where's my olive oil? There it is. Now into here I need to add 30 grams of olive oil. So I'm going to turn the scales on by pressing that button there. You'll see it goes to 0. Gee, they're strong onions. They're making my eyes water just standing here. And I'll pour in a little bit of the olive oil and get that underway. 30 grams, which is about an ounce. If you don't like using a lot of oil, you don't have to use that amount. It'll still work. It's fantastic. Or you could substitute it with something else. One of the things that I do like about Nicolene's recipes, hold on, let me get this started and I'll tell you about one of the things I like about her recipes. And now we're going to cook that for 5 minutes. So we go to minutes, there's a preset at 5, we just hit that, 100 degrees. So there is a preset for 100 on speed 1. Bingo. So Nicolene has developed all these recipes and has an amazing following, and she has an amazing number of books and incredible recipes. One of the things that she does with most of her recipes that I think is awesome is she gives you lots of alternatives. So the recipe, of course, is called Skinny Mixes Shepherd's Pie. But then, I need to just look at my notes, you can make it dairy-free, you can make it low-carb, you can make it super skinny, you can make it paleo, you can make it vegetarian, you can make it low FODMAP, and you can halve it. So she gives you all the instructions on all the things that you need to do to make those changes if you want to, which is fantastic. She started this career with the recipes and the Thermomix when she was trying to lose weight, and has developed an amazing, amazing career out of it, and has an amazing business with her Skinny Mixes. It's just fantastic. So it's been a big week in Thermomix land. A fantastic new update has landed. So if you have a Thermomix and you haven't turned it on yesterday or today, turn it on now. If you've got a TM7 and the new update is there, and the update does do some amazing things. I've written myself some notes here, so I will tell you the things that it does. After we finish cooking, if you would like, I'm happy to show you those too. So one of the things that is in this great little update is that you can now change the speed with which the green line and the tick comes on. It's great. So you can have it really quite quickly, because people have commented that they get a little bit frustrated waiting for the tick to come along. It also has another little feature whereby when you are in guided cooking, and at the beginning of the recipe, you can, as you scroll down the screen, and it lists all the ingredients, down the bottom now there is a button that is called Gather Ingredients. So if you're one of those really organised people, what you can do is press that Gather Ingredients buttons. It will give you the list of ingredients and how much of each one. So you just go and get them all, weigh them, measure them, and they're ready to go when you are ready to start the recipe, which I think is a fantastic little idea. There's also been a big change in the go back function. So previously, sometimes it was a little bit difficult to use. So if you are going through a recipe and you accidentally hit skip when you meant to hit play, then all you need to do is, you will still see the top of the card above the one that you're on. You just press that and it will take you back to that, and it automatically makes that the current step without you having to go to the 3 dots at the side, find mark as current step and wait for it to do it. So it speeds it all up. I think it's great. Also, you can have multiple timers. So you can set up to 5 timers at a time. Each timer can have a different name. So you might have a timer for the barbecue, a timer for the oven, a timer for, I can't remember what they all are, but you can have 5 different timers going at once. When that timer goes off, it will tell you what it's for. Again, I think that's a pretty great sort of thing, being able to do that. And the final thing that has been introduced is Russian language. I don't think there's an enormous call for Russian language in Australia, but there are people who do speak it. And you know what? I would be much more comfortable using my native English than any other language. So I expect the same for the Russian people. It goes for them as well. That's great. It's pretty awesome for people. So that is almost done. I just love the smell of garlic and onion. It is awesome. And again, if you're here, say hello, wave at me, do something so I know that you're here, and we can have a bit of a chat and see how things are going. While we're still waiting for this to finish off, don't forget our awesome referral bonus is still going. So if you refer someone to me and they buy a Thermomix, you'll get $100 that you can spend at the mix shop. And I don't think $100 is something to sneeze at. I think it's pretty good. I'd be very happy if somebody gave me $100 to spend, particularly $100 related to cooking things. I can spend that very, very easily. Hello, Karen Passy. Hello, all lit up by Jules. Thank you for joining me. Nice to see you. So that $100 voucher is still on the go. It goes until the end of September. So if you know anybody, please give me their details and I will get the ball rolling. So you get a $100 voucher if they purchase a machine, which is pretty cool. Or from Alpha. Oh my gosh, that is a long way out. Wow. Jewel, we are making a skinny mixers recipe. It is shepherd's pie with hidden vegetables. So this is great because, you know, you can bulk it up a little bit. And if you have fussy eaters in the house who don't like vegetables, you can just shovel in lots of veggies and they don't know it's there, which I think is great. So we are just about to add in some vegetables. So what I'm adding in here is zucchini and carrot and mushrooms. Simple as that. We'll put that lid back on and, oops, no, I've got to add more things. Oh my gosh, I'm a bit previous. Okay, so then I want to add into this some stock paste. Now the recipe says to use beef stock paste. When I went to check, someone, namely me, hadn't noticed that there wasn't any left, so we're just going to use a vegetable stock paste. It will still work. It still gives it a beautiful depth of flavour, and it's absolutely delicious. I love the stock pastes that we use in Thermomix World. They're fantastic, and they just bring out so much flavour and make things delicious. So vegetables, water. I want 300 grams of water. Yep. Oh, so I'll just add that in there now. Oh, how's that? On the nose. I am so good. Absolutely perfect. And you know what? This is the problem when you are not doing guided cooking. You miss a step, and I did. So I'm going to put the lid on and I'm going to blend this. It's hard to get good help, and I would be the reason that we are having problems finding good help. So we want to blend that for 1 minute on speed 9. So we'll just go over here 1 minute, and we're going to put that on speed 9, blend it up. Very loud. So we're almost done. Seconds. Oh, that is so loud. Gosh, I'm glad it's done. But it's blended, and the amazing thing is, you know, they were big chunks of carrot, and you can't see them anymore, which is awesome. They're well hidden in here, but you still get all the deliciousness from them. Thank you, Jewel. No, was that Cindy? Jewel. Whoever it was that said that, thank you. Oh, it is you, Cindy. I did not have a drink. I'm just not very good at following recipes and trying to talk to people. I'm actually much better using guided cooking with Cookie Do. So let's go back and see if we can find where I'm up to with the recipe. Stock concentrate, the water, tomato, I put the tomato, no, I haven't put the tomato paste in. Oh, God help us. Oh dear. In goes tomato paste. And some Worcestershire sauce. I think we want 30 grams. Yep, 30 grams of Worcestershire sauce. Press the button down the bottom. On go the scales. It's fantastic. It's so clever the way all this stuff works. There we go, 30 grams of Worcestershire sauce. Dum dum dum, and some paprika. The flavours in this are delicious. They really are so good. I've made this lots of time for our dinner. It's delish. And an exact measurement of pepper in there as well. Now I'm just going to give this a 2-second blend to mix all that around before we move on to the next step. So put the lid back on. I'm literally going to do 2 seconds and I'm going to do that on speed 9. And that will just quickly mix all that around. Now, here we go, done. Now we're right, back at the right spot where we should have been, and it's all fine. So then I will just scrape down the sides again. It's all gone down. Have a look. There it is. Doesn't look the most inviting, but the taste is delish. And when we mix everything through it, it's great. Now, what we're going to do is, this is the simmering basket. If you're new to Thermomix World, I'm going to put this simmering basket in, and into the simmering basket, I am going to place about 700 grams of lamb mince. And get rid of that bowl. Oh no, that's no good. Right over the edge. Put that in there. Easy peasy. On it goes. We put the lid back on. And then, now I've done a little bit of pre-cooking here to try and cut down the time. So what I've done is I've gotten my potatoes, I've put them into the Varoma, and they've already had about 10 minutes of steaming. So we'll just finish it off with 10 minutes on steaming, and I've just spilt water all over the place. I'm really having a great day today. Not to worry. Oh, what have I done? Yes, back, thank you, I know that. So now we're going to steam this for 10 minutes. So I'm just going to use the steaming mode from the mode section. And it's for 10 minutes. I always turn the speed up a little bit to speed 2. When the blades are revolving and they're pushing the liquid around, it helps the steam to rise and it cooks the things up the top better. So there we go. And that's going to cook now for 10 little minutes, and it will do wonders. You'll be amazed at what it looks like. So normally what you do with this recipe is cook it for 10 minutes like this, stop, stir the mince around, and then you continue on for another 10 minutes to make sure that your potatoes are all done. But because they've already half cooked, I'm only going to do a 10-minute cook because the mince will finish cooking when it goes in the oven. So this is really quite a clever little recipe. From here, what we're going to do is just add mince and sauce together in the bowl, mash the potatoes and put the whole lot in the oven. So that's pretty cool. Hold on for 1 minute. Someone has just sent a message to a group that I'm in. I can't see any of our chat. Ah, right, it's gone. Beautiful. Alrighty, so while that's doing its little thing, what can I tell you about? The big news, the big Thermomix news. Lots of people don't realise this, but Thermomix, the company that make Thermomix, Vorwerk, have been around for about 150 years. And well before they moved into making kitchen appliances, they were amazing carpet makers in Germany. Who knew? And they were very famous for the carpets that they made in Germany. And then they branched out into all sorts of other things. The Thermomix is one of them. But to keep with the theme of, having made carpets, they make vacuum cleaners, and that's called the Kobold range. And they're amazing upright vacuums. They also have a vacuum mop. And at the moment, for this whole month, there's a 40% family and friends sale. So when you go into the mix shop and you buy a Kobold, you will get 40% off, which is awesome. That is a significant saving on it. I'm not going to lie, it is an expensive machine, but it does an amazing job. Vacuuming and mopping, a gazillion different attachments you can get with it. It is absolutely fantastic. So that's on at the moment. So if you're thinking that you might want to update your vacuum cleaner, now is the time to go and do it, because you can get 40% off, which is great. If you're unsure and you're not too far away from me, I can bring my Kobold to your place and show you. I never thought I'd be a door-to-door vacuum cleaner salesman, but these things happen. So that's really big and that's pretty exciting. Oh look, I do apologise. People keep sending messages in a group. There we go. And it keeps blocking it. One of the Thermomix chat groups that I'm in. So Don't forget, if you're watching me today, could you please subscribe to my link tree? There's a link at the bottom of the video. Click on that, follow me on Linktree, Facebook, Instagram, Tick in the Talk. They're the ones, I think. I'd love it. I always love to have more people following, learning more about their machine, getting the most out of their machine. It's fantastic. Now, we have this great little customer, like a gift with purchase. Remember, a couple of years ago, there used to always be a gift with purchase, and then that sort of stopped, and it's making a bit of a comeback. So at the moment, if you're, again, this is for people who don't have a machine but are thinking of getting one, you can, no, Julie, I am not doing that, thank you. When you purchase your machine, you have a choice of one of two gifts. For $1, you can get the amazing blade cover and peeler. This is the blade cover and peeler. This is awesome. Peeling potatoes, peeling garlic, peeling beetroot, all those sorts of things. You can also use it if you're doing a slow cook in your Thermomix. You put the blade cover over it, over the blades, and it stops the food getting chopped up by the blades. The blade cover and peeler is awesome. You can buy that for $1. Now that is an absolute bargain. The other thing that you can purchase, if you don't want to get the blade cover and peeler, is you can get the Cutter Plus, which, I've showed you a few times. It's fantastic. You can get it for $60, and that's for this month. So if you're thinking about it, they might just be the things that help you to go, actually, I really want that, and that is a great price, so I'm going to get it. So have a think about it. Reach out to me. Let's make it happen together. That would just be fantastic. I would love that. So they're calling it a choose your own adventure when you purchase, which is sort of cute. So you can go this way or that way. Either way, they're both absolute bargains. Hosting a demo, come on folks, host a demo. I've just put my hand in a big puddle of water. Host a demo. We still have our fantastic host rewards available at the moment, where you can get, any one of the Fira cast iron cookware range for $60, which is an absolute bargain, because if you look at cast iron cookware in any of the cooking shops, they're well over that. So that is an absolute bargain. You can get the Cutter Plus for $60. You can get the baking mat for free. And what else was there? Something else, but it's gone out of my head. But they are all fantastic and they're great. And, a cooking demo isn't stressful. It isn't difficult. You invite a couple of friends over, whoever they may be. It could be your neighbours, it could be family members, it could be friends. Invite them over. I come to your house. I cook 3 dishes, and depending on how many people you've got there, sometimes that's enough to call it a meal. Sometimes it's just a taste. That's okay. Either way, you get to see what can be done with the Thermomix. Hang out with your friends, and then you can get a great host reward at the end of it. So have a think about it. If you are within 1 to maybe 2 hours drive of Brisbane, I will come to you and do the demo. If you're further away than that, that's not a problem. We can do an online demo like this, and we'll just create a private group. You can have the people to your house. You can sit there in the comfort of your own home and watch me do the cooking here. The only thing is you don't get to actually taste it yourself, which is a little bit of a shame. Thanks, Linda. Yeah, it is lots of fun. And thank you for reminding me, seeing your name reminded me, Linda. Just because you've had one demo doesn't mean you can't have another. I have one lady who's about to have her 3rd demo because she keeps liking the host rewards so much, and she's trying to get the different things on the host rewards. So she's already gotten her Cutter Plus. She's gotten the thermo server. That's the other thing you can get for free is the thermo server, or $60, I think. And now she wants to get one of the Fira cast iron range, which are just fantastic. So there is no limit to the number of demos you can have. And I love coming back to people's homes for a second time because we know each other a bit better. It's a bit more relaxed, have a bit of a laugh and get to cook together and do some fun things. On that note as well, don't forget that, I think I've already told you that, the referral voucher is still underway. So you refer someone. Oh, Linda, that's awesome. You've got someone who's interested. Yay! Fantastic. Thank you. Let's see if we can make it happen this month, because these host rewards are pretty good. And I think the gifts that people can purchase when they get a machine are pretty good too. So let's try and make that happen this month. If you can squeeze it in, if we can make our diaries meet somewhere, that would be great. So this has still got, how come that's still got over 10 minutes? Did I add an extra 10 minutes to that? See, this is the problem. I need to just do guided cooking and stop pretending that I know what I'm doing. Oh dear. Let me get a knife. I'm just going to, oh no, it's only 15 seconds. Sorry, I thought, oh gosh, it really is not a good day, and I haven't had a drink, and I wish I had had a drink, Cindy Barr, because then I might be doing a better job. Not to worry. So that's almost done, which is fantastic. There's only about 40 seconds left. And that will be done. Now, the other thing that this recipe says that at this point, you stir through some frozen peas and or corn. We're having a slight freezer issue in our house at the moment. I don't trust anything that's in it. I'm leaving it there, and whatever's in it, I'm leaving it until the repair people come and fix it up properly, and then I will toss it out and we'll start again. So we're not going to be having peas and or corn in this, which is a bit of a shame, but I think it's better to be safe than sorry. I don't know if frozen vegetables can give you food poisoning, but I don't want to find out. It's too much of a risk in my mind. So I'm going to just take the varoma off now and see how these potatoes are going. Oh yeah, they're not quite, but pretty close. So what I will do is just take this off. Where are we? Open up and just give the mince a bit of a break up because it's one big lump. There we go. Here we go, nearly done. Chop it up a bit and give it a few more minutes. Won't matter if it's not all completely cooked in here because it's going to go into the oven and that will finish cooking it off. I'll just put that lid back on, put that varoma on, and I'm going to give that another 3 or 4 minutes. I'll say 3 should be enough. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to increase the speed a little bit more too, so that more of the steam comes up quickly and finishes cooking off those potatoes. So basically that's it. Now all we're going to have to do at the end of this, if I can read the recipe, which is always an issue, yeah, there we go. Yep. So what I'm going to do is just cook them a little bit longer, and then I will take the mince out of here. I'm going to put it into the dish, and then I'm just going to take some of the sauce out of the bottom, stir that through the mince, and then we will chop up the potatoes and put that on the top, put it in the oven, and that will be a delicious dinner. Now with that potato, this is a rustic potato bake. And the reason that it's called a rustic potato bake, in my mind, is because you haven't peeled the potatoes. So they've still got little bits of peel on them, which is really delicious, adds to the flavour and the texture. If you like, you can make this super delicious. It already is, but you can make it even more delicious by grating some cheese and putting grated cheese over the top of it when you put it into the oven. I have done that a couple of times and it is absolutely delicious. Really bad for you because all that cheese is not great, but it is so delicious. It tastes fantastic. So I'll just show you the dish I'm going to put this into. It's just a little oblong dish. The mince will go into here. I will stir through some of that sauce in a minute or so and then chop up the taties and put them on top. and they will be absolutely delicious. And then that has not terribly long, 20 minutes? Yes, 20 minutes in the oven, and I will show you pictures of that when it's done. So we'll just stay on for a little bit longer and see how this is going. And then I'll show you the chopping up of the potatoes. Because this is a rustic bake, we don't want it to be really smooth. If you over blend potatoes with the skin on, you end up with a really sort of gluey, unpleasant result. So it's a very quick blend of about 2 to 3 seconds, and it just breaks them up enough and makes them, you know, just delicious and very easy to do that. Oh, yes, Karen, that's an idea. You could put cheese under the potato as well. There is a suggestion here in the recipe that says, so it's Skinny Mixes. She always with her recipe, well not always, but often with the recipes, puts a thing here on how to make it a chubby mixer recipe. Chubby mixes, top with cheese and stir through crispy bacon and fried onion through the mash. Crispy bacon. Anything with crispy bacon has got to be good. Well, that's my thoughts anyway. What are other people's thoughts on that? If it's got bacon, it's got to be good. It's so delicious and adds so much flavour. And, you know, really, also in my mind, bacon, you know, it's a vegetarian dish because the pigs were only fed grain, so therefore it's vegetarian. You can justify anything if you want to in this world. It is not that hard. So that's been on for about 3.5 minutes now, and I'm going to call that quits. I'm going to remove the varoma, and I'm going to take off the lid. Now I need to just turn the machine around so I can do things the right way. I can't do it all back to front. Come here. And take the mince out. Now this mince isn't completely cooked through. As I say, that's okay because it's going to go in the oven and finish off. All right. Now, just get that out. This. Out comes the mince. Just through here, very simple. Yeah, just do it all in the Thermi. It is the easiest way, Linda. It really makes life so easy and much less sort of cleaning up and sorting out at the end. Then I'm just going to take this off and pour through a bit of the sauce. And you just make a decision about, is that saucy enough? Do I want more? This is so good when it's cold weather, which we've had a little bit of late. All over the place, I think it's been pretty chilly. I'm going to add a little bit more because there's a bit of a dry spot down this end. Just put that in there. Doesn't matter. And then, you know what the great thing is? There's a heap of this sauce left. So I am going to, I won't be able to freeze that sauce. I will. I'm determined the fridge will be fixed. I'm going to save that sauce and you can freeze it, and then you've got half the meal done for next time that you want to make it. All you have to do then is just defrost the sauce that you've got, cook the mince like we've done today, and cook the potatoes, and you're right. And it's really easy. So the other good thing about this is, because we're doing like a bit of a rustic meal, things don't have to be perfect. And as part of that, I am not going to wash the bowl. I'm just going to leave the bowl the way it is. Turn that back around so you can see it. Move you back there. And I'm going to add the potatoes. So we just add in the potatoes. And they get some of that yummy sauce on them, which is great. And then with the potatoes now, we're going to add some butter. And some cream. I'd already weighed the butter. The cream we want about 30 grams of. This is very healthy, as you can see. Oops, tear that. So we go back to 0. Bingo, that'll do. Delish. Now, as I said, I think we only want about a 2 or 3 second blend. 3 to 4 seconds. So, go on. Turn that off. We will go back. Go back to manual mode. And then we want 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. On speed 4. So the potatoes won't be all perfectly mashed up. There'll be some chunky bits, but that's fine. That is fantastic. I am going to give that a little bit longer because they've not quite done it. The joys. Let's give it another 3. Maybe those potatoes need a little bit more of a cook. Doesn't matter, I can put them back in and do a bit more. They're not quite doing it, I can hear that. What I'm going to have to do is steam them a little bit longer. That's all right, they will be delicious because they're coated in the sauce now. I'll steam them for another few minutes. They're just not quite steamed enough, that's okay. And then I'm going to put them on top of the sauce and put it in the oven, and that will be our dinner. I will post some photos once that's done. So look, thank you for joining me. Next week, come on back and we will do something together. If you have a burning desire to see anything in particular cooked, please let me know and I'll see if I can accommodate that. So just send me a message or put it in the chat here and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for joining me and I'll see you all again next week. Bye.